could you hear the background music?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I just keeping the music on, and we just have a leisure talk. Yeah, and with the music. Okay. Yeah. So I just randomly found jazz music on YouTube. Okay, so let's begin our the second live show on Binance Live for our Shanghai Metals Week 2021, and I'm very glad to invite two very beautiful and talented ladies from Dataverse. One is Jessie. Jessie is a founder of how to say that 胖车库 fat garage, fat garage. Yeah, and also she has overstudy in Singapore, and he's her major in finance, and she's a very pioneer in the blockchain industry, in the crypto industry, and also she is one of my mentor in NFT space. So very glad to have her tonight to talk about this very interesting topic about NFTs. And the other beautiful lady, we call her sister, yeah, Joe. How to call you? Yeah, Josephine, right? Josephine is a very elegant name, yeah, and my first sight of her, his name is a very perfect match her personality as a grateful and a talent, and he's a designer. He's a very talented designer. So, and also she have a insightful in the crypto industry, and these two beautiful and talented ladies will share with us their insights on the NFTs. Okay, so let me pick up my Q&A sheet. Okay, so in your opinion,
Hey, Jane, before that,
yeah,
can you hear us?
introduce myself.
Can you hear us?
Pardon?
Can you hear us?
Yes. So okay. Okay. Now it's the 7 p.m. I think it's an official start. Okay.
So
okay.
So can you hear us now? For the crowd,
yes, I
any
can.
audience can give us like a response. Can you hear our voices, or you can hear Jane? Yeah. Triple Z. Thank you so much. I mean, I think before we go to like the Q&A, we can introduce yourself a little bit, because that's a very opening. Really,
Yeah.
and we collaborate out.
Yeah, your voice is on and off from time to time. It's not. Yeah. So could you adjust your micro? Yeah.
Can we use this horizontal view? Because I think this works better now. I mean the voice. I this is my first time doing like the live streaming, so I'm not sure if there is anything happening, weird things happening in between. You're still.
Yeah. Your voice is not yeah， 声音有点断断续续哎。
Yeah, I know. So I keep asking the audience, if the audio is good or we have to like make some adjustment. It's not.
How about now?
Triple Z, can you give us the response if there anything
is
wrong?
It better now?
Yeah. So it's okay for now. Yeah. So Jesse, you can lay back for a while, and because my screen is covered. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and when you speak, you can close to the camera, right? If Jesse want to speak, you can take the seat of the Josephine. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. So let's begin. Right. Okay. Hi. Good night. Good night. Not good night. Okay. Hi, everybody. This is the second talk show for Shanghai Metaverse tonight, and I'm Jing Chen. Yeah, I'm a co-founder of NFT for Metaverse, and we will host the Shanghai Metaverse Week on the 22nd to 28th in Shanghai, and so this talk show is for introduce our many amazing partners and projects in the NFT space, and they will take part in our the wonderful Shanghai Metals Week. So tonight, I'm very glad, very honored to invite the two brilliant ladies from Ownership Labs. One is Jessie. Jessie is founder of Fat Garage. So Jessie, could you say hello to everyone?
Hi everyone. And maybe I can do a bit introduction for myself, and you can like introduce like Joss for a while.
Yeah.
How about that?
The other is
Hey!
Josephine. Josephine is
I think both of us can introduce ourselves, and you can just give a very short one, and we will do the introduction of ourselves.
Yes,
Cool.
please.
Hi everyone, this is Jessie, and I'm the founder of fatgarage.com, and you can also find me on WeChat official account. Chinese name is Pangqiuku, and Fat Garage is a blog, and 90% of the content was written by me, and I also invite some brilliant friends to join me and share their thoughts in terms of the different topics. I write various kinds of things in my blog, including tokenomics, tools for thoughts, and I also from the very beginning I translate Neville's How to Get Rich Without Getting Lucky thread into Chinese, and I think that's a pretty good one if you are in certain kind of situation and you want to figure out how to like make wealth instead of just making money. You should definitely check out that thread. I think it's pretty helpful to like form your own judgment. And Neville called his theory as practical philosophy. I think you should pay attention to that. I also want to make Fat Garage as a collective intelligence experiment. So I develop like certain small, collective experiments in Fat Garage, and you can see like there's some ideas like wiki, like network thoughts tool, some stuff like that. And if you are interested in this kind of topic, you should also check out the blog. Apart from that, my own thing, I currently I joined like Ownership Labs, and I'm the memester of Dataverse. So Dataverse is NFT curation tool Hi. NFT curation tool that we are currently developing. So our team, I think we started projects earlier this year, and we will like give details like later in the conversation. So yeah, that's for me.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Josephine, and I'm the instigator of Crypto Playground, which is a crypto strategy and design studio. We help create strategies for crypto-related projects and also collaborate with brands and other DeFi projects to issue their NFTs. We do the strategy, illustration, and design. So that's basically it. And
pretty good design. Yeah.
Thank you. And earlier this year, I joined Jesse, and we joined Ownership Labs and started doing Dataverse and creating this NFT curation product for everyone.
Yeah.
So it's a very nice to have two beautiful ladies to share with us a very interesting topic about NFT. Yeah, and from my opinion, yes, I start to learn about the NFTs by the end of last year, and I have searched a lot of articles. Among a lot of articles, I found a very interesting article read by Jesse. Yeah, and I thought, wow, he has a very interesting insights on NFT. It's quite different from popular ideas about NFTs. So I think most of us, especially this year, we view the NFT as a sort of assets, right? This is digital assets, and or maybe NFTs represent all of properties, all of the ownerships in the digital world. So I very very want to know what are your view about the NFT? What are NFTs? Are there data, assets, or other things, right?
Well,
Jesse?
Yeah. So I think that's a very good question. I mean, I came to like crypto industry like since late 2017. At that time, actually, I'm more into more on the research of Bitcoin and also the popular blockchain. And later, I in 2020 or especially 2019 and 2020, the DeFi trend is coming, right? So I think those two things, I mean, for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and also for DeFi, they are pretty much the financial like assets, or I mean, they have the attributes of the financial instead of other things. But for NFT, I think apart from its press tag attributes, we also have like storytelling attributes for NFTs. I see NFTs not only as not only as a press tag, not only as a content or a traditional media, because in Web2, the traditional media, we see like a series of text, JPEGs, audio or video. We see all this kind of media. But for NFT, I think it combines this certain kind of value network. So it's not so finance or not so media. It's a combination of the two things. So that is that is interesting because it's storytelling. Because it is storytelling and it's narrative. So it's kind of connected with a lot of the possibility to connect with all the things. Yeah. So maybe I will give like an example of this.
Yes.
I really like the narrative that Jeff Golden has given. He said NFT is like a media chain. It's the can you just shut down the music? It's kind of annoying right now. Yeah, it's yeah. So so Jeff Walden said NFTs are media chain. It's actually a universal canonical content registry. It's like a very, very huge distributed notebook. You register all this media onto this notebook, and they have a unique ID on it. I mean, the network is so far I think is Ethereum, right? If you register like certain things, virtual like things that you created or others creations onto this notebook, it's like it has value and it can be transferred and it can have the liquidity, right? So I think only this kind of thing happen. Then we can do the things on top of it, like recreation, or we can refer, we can build like lookout games. I see things like this because on Web2, this media, this content, these virtual things do not have its identity. I mean, NFT gave this kind of media, this kind of content identity. What is identity? So just think about yourself. If you just go to like different places, you need your identity to get access to the service or to like enter the entrance, right? You have to show like your passport or your identity or a card or something like that to prove, right? So I think NFT is the maybe I speak a little bit more, but I treat NFT as the according to a friend's metaphor, he said like NFT is the identity of data. So it's not just the anchor of data, because the anchor of data is like you describe the data, the content of data, what it looks like, what's in there, right? Just description. But if it is the identity of the data, you have the very unique ID for the data, for the JPEG or for the media that you created. So then it can be like have the multiple like interactions with other virtual things on this network. I mean, all these things can happen based on. So that's why I think like NFT is a very, very interesting like medium to either contain data or store data or represent data. Yeah, so that's basically my understanding. It's a bit long story, but yeah. I don't know if you understand, but this is really long, and
it's a big question.
Yeah,
and it's hard to
it's hard to
give an answer.
Yeah, there are a lot of narratives based on those thinkings, but they are all connected. Either it's a social graph or a knowledge graph or just contextual media that we are currently thinking about for our product. It's interact with each other. It's not just what we are building. It's just an NFT curation tool. We enter into NFT is because we think NFT is a very good so far. I mean, maybe in the future there are even better things like NTF or NSF or something like that. But so far, NFT is a pretty good like medium to extend human thoughts. Extend human thoughts. Because according to Matthew McClellan, he said like media is the extension of a man. You just watching like now, where do people extend their thoughts, their virtual things to, right? they're like when we like what we use when we create like certain art, virtual art, or we create certain videos, or we like write articles. We just we extend our thoughts, our something in our minds into media, into certain medium, and we make it valuable. How we make it valuable? Only if it has the certain, like, just like I said, identity. It can be connected with other things. It can be it can have the liquidation, then it can become valuable, right? If it can be copied everywhere, and without certain identities, how can we make it valuable? It's even impossible. So one of the reasons now is actually I think is because the centralized entities and decentralizations, because we have met the problem of certain tech giants who controlled like almost everything. Like we do not have like certain ownership of our data, of our online everything. Basically, we do not have. I'm not saying like those platforms like Facebook or TikTok, or Taobao. They have the only minority of people can get the benefit of the traffic. I mean the traffic model on these platforms, but the majority or the public, we cannot get a benefit. Why do we just please your algorithm, your traffic algorithm, and to get those almost impossible like benefits? I don't think it's worth trying. So I gave up. I gave up. Competing with those minorities to get the traffic, and then I can make my sauce valuable. It's nonsense, I think, because you have so many options with the help of blockchain, crypto, and tokens, and now NFTs. You can just make your thoughts, or make your thinking, or make your creativity valuable through this.
Yes. And when you think about like shopping on OpenSea or other NFT marketplaces, it's quite like shopping on Taobao or Amazon.
Yeah.
That you have your own taste and you have your own tags in terms of the NFTs you like.
Mm-hmm.
And those data actually belong to the shopper, or like belong to
buyers,
buyers,
the collectors, the
yes. And in Web 2, the tech giants are gonna use that data to make profit.
Yeah.
But like in Web 3 and at Dataverse or Ownership Labs, we are doing is to giving back data ownership to everyone.
Yes.
That people can own their NFT, their taste and their
preferences.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think for us, what we're doing is how we like interpret data is just like I said, data is not just an anchor, it's actually the identity. Because we see like data is more than description of certain things, right? It's also the relationship between the your behavior with the web. It's like the social behavior, it's an interaction. All these things, it's like your attention is navigating on the web. How to capture that is what we are currently researching on and what we are focusing on. The product is actually, we want to capture all your social behavior. No, it's not us to capture, it's yourself. It's we want to get we want to help you to get those ownership back to yourself. You can control that.
Yes.
You can control your online behavior and your online data. So either you want to make profit, or you want to make recreation, or you want to make social stuff. It all depends on you, right? that's the Web3 like economy that we're currently thinking about. But as our founder said, Qibing, you know, he stressed, he addressed a lot of times. He said, only if you have the data ownership yourself, you can do other things. I mean, ownership is the priority. Is the first thing that we should consider about.
Yeah. So let me say that in specific, in detail. So what kind of NFT projects or NFT represent your what you said just before? Yes, this is he represents the social network or the knowledge graph. Yeah. Well, in your eyes, what NFT? Yeah, could you take a more specific example to explain what you share with us? Yeah.
Recommend an NFT project that you are
examples. Yeah.
So you're asking if we can recommend. Okay. So I will give an example of my favorite one. Is also my avatar. It is called Bleed Map. So Bleed Map is, I don't know if it's the first NFT that no, it's not the first, but it's my favorite like NFT that I curated and I owned. So I think the difference between Bleed Map and the previous ones, those avatar NFTs, is that it is contextual and it is storytelling part. You know, for everyone, you know, everyone should know like those avatar NFT, like punks, apes, penguins, or ducks, or something like that. They're, I think they are pretty good, and their press is very charming. Their chart is very charming, and a lot of institutions came and buy punks and drive its price. So I think it's good, but I think it's more like a identity for, a tribe identity for people. I think it's more identity side,
or
like
an inclusive group.
Almost inclusive group, or I think it also shows some taste or people's preferences or something like that. But I treat it tribe identity. Is to for you to see, oh, this is something I like and I want to have that on my avatar or represent my part of myself or something like that, and I find maybe like-minded people. But for Bleed Map, I think it is a kind of different story here. Bleed Map is maybe I give a brief introduction of Bleed Map. So Bleed Map is created by several artists, maybe 10 artists. The original one is 100, and every two of them can be mixed and create a sibling. So there are like 1,600 siblings. So in total, there is 1,700 Bleed maps in the Bleedverse. They have the context of Bleed universe. So Bleed is like a lot of pixel art. Those pixel art in total it's 1,700. I think the most interesting thing is that Bleed Maps is the first project that I saw there is a roadmap. Because it's not a very complex roadmap, but there is a roadmap. They have the story there. First, we create the Bleed map, the basic character in the Bleedverse, and then we have the heroes. Heroes are the human character based on Bleed maps. They're calling it Bleed nuns. Yeah, there are like maybe 17,000 Bleed nuns you can create, and then they have like the enemies the enemies, they could have the enemies of for Bleed Nuns. So what I'm trying to say is that they have the storyline, they have the plan. I mean, the founder, I really like the founder. I follow him like kind of early, and he has the certain creative mind, and he can, you know, drive the whole community on the same page, and you know, make everyone like excited about this story. So I think everyone is familiar with his current recent project, the Loot project.
Yes.
Right. The Dom created such kind of, you know, project, and he also has another 2 projects in parallel. One is called Subdrive. This game is a game what? Console.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a game console. And another project called PFP. PFP is like a proof of kindness game. Like, yeah, yeah. What I'm trying to say is that he created all these parallel projects, NFT projects, and in his, you know, his within his plan, and all these NFT projects. 你那边有点吵。哦。A bit noisy.
Yeah. It's okay. Yeah. Keep it going on. Okay.
Sure. So what I'm trying to say is that Dom created all these projects, and he makes those projects connected with each other. You get what I'm saying? If you are a Bleed map holder, you could have the chance to get access to directly get access to maybe Subdrive, right? The game.
Yes.
And you can freely mint a Subdrive like character there. Or if you are a PFP holder, you will have the access of another project. I mean, can make all these things like interacted with each other, and you know, I think the story is kind of you know, exciting for me. So yeah, I don't know if that asks your question about the NFT project that I think will be a little bit different from the previous ones. I mean,
yes.
I'm more interested in the storytelling part and the narrative part. I wrote an article about that. You know, the article about Bleed map and why it is kind of important that need our attention.
Yeah. So Joseph, have you anything to? Yeah.
Okay.
Have you very interesting, and what brought you into the adventure with Jesse to create the Dataverse? Yeah, I think it's a very interesting story. Yeah.
Okay. I'll start with how I met Jesse. So,
your
I met
personal
Jesse,
experience in the. Yeah.
Yeah, we're both heavy users of Roam Research, which is a note-taking tool that focuses on tools for thoughts. Yeah, and then earlier this year, I was researching online and found a crypto incubator called Seed Club, and they have a slogan that's saying that they can help realize full potential, and that got me into blockchain. And Jesse invited me to join Ownership Lab because we both love tools for thoughts and blockchain, and we believe that can bring value to attention, to data, to thoughts, and
to make human thoughts like valuable.
Yes, and that's how I joined Ownership Labs. And in terms of NFTs, there's one project that I really love. It's actually an art platform that's called Async Art. they kind of creating a new standard for
generative art.
Not only generative art.
I think combo.
Yeah,
combination.
They really leverage the programmability of NFTs that an artist can decompose their artwork into different layers or different attributes, and they can give their artwork a property. For example, they can set a timer on that artwork that in the day the artwork shows a certain image, and at night it shows another image.
Yes, it's very interesting.
Yeah, that's very interesting because that programmability kind of give the artwork a dynamic feature. So it's not just a static painting on the wall, but it's dynamic and it's
interactive.
Yeah, it's interactive. And that's what I think NFT is so exciting, because the underlying tech is giving more possibilities to not just art, but all kinds of media.
Yeah. So let's talk about the Dataverse, right? And and my first time to hear about the Dataverse, the NFT curation tools. So I'm just wondering, what is kind of it, and what is the use for users to how to say to implement your idea about NFT, right? And Jesse, I think you have the whole story about the Dataverse, right? And the Dataverse is maybe is the first example for the case for your fulfill your dream about NFTs. Yeah, your ideas about the NFT and the media, the blah blah blah. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. I think Dataverse is the first like use case that we are currently developing. Yeah. So maybe we give like a brief intro of what Dataverse is, and so that you can give you can have an idea of what this tool looks like so far. But we have like interesting plans in the future, like in terms of functions or in terms of the the design part or the possibilities.
Yeah, like right now it's still a beta version, so let me show you the screen and walk you through the
process.
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
So
this is like the collection of the stamps, right? It's like the
these artworks are from art blocks, and they are a pioneer of generative art. So
maybe we open like we randomly open a NFT from OpenSea. This is CryptoPunk.
For example, there's when you're on OpenSea or Foundation or Rarible, etc., you see an artwork you really love, but you cannot. Oh, this one is owned by Gary Vee.
Who is Gary Vee?
Gary Vee is an entrepreneur, and he launched his own NFT series.
Oh, nice.
Anyway, so for example,
VeeFriend, right?
Yeah, VeeFriends. VeeFriends.
Oh, VeeFriends, I know that. Okay, cool.
Okay. So for example, this one you really love, but right now you cannot
own it.
Yeah.
Maybe you can, but just tell us like your name.
Okay. So and there's an option to save this NFT, and then there will pop up a window that you can save it to your own personal space, and you can create a collection, and you can toggle this collection. It's either private or public. And for example, Finance Live.
Yeah, Finance Live.
Let us create this collection. And you can write tags on it. You can write punk or identity, and then save this NFT.
Okay.
And you can find your extension just like you find your other extensions.
And we currently support several most popular marketplaces. So
yeah, that's the one that you create.
You can see the one
you
just curated. And then you can go into this detail page and maybe change a collection or add more tags. And then you can view the
price information and the metadata here.
The details of them. You can go to the owner's profile, which is very exciting
for us. It's kind of like a social
it's by Gary Vee, so you can view Gary Vee's
collection. Yeah, what he has collected.
Yeah.
If you are interested in what Gary collected.
Yeah. So this one is Gary Vee's profile. Yeah. Like for as long as you have a wallet, you automatically have a Dataverse profile.
Yes. This is the NFT. These are the NFT that you own. Not the NFT that you curated.
So this one is Gary Vee's public profile.
Yes.
And here are the NFTs he owned.
Wow.
But maybe some are airdropped to him, but he didn't buy it.
I don't think he buy the QT like.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
And then let us go back
to the public profile.
The personal profile.
Oh, personal.
Yeah. So right here you can set NFTs private or public. If you set those public, you can share your ID with your friends, and your friends can search your ID here and view your curation with them. So it's kind of a social function here.
You can jump from one ID to another and go back to your own like space.
Yes. And then here we're also building a trending page, and this page are what's trending on OpenSea right now. Maybe some are just released and some are gaining more volume. Like for example, this is this the one that's not this one.
It seems all avatar NFTs. Oh, this one. This one is none.
This one. Is this none?
Yeah, none.
Yeah.
It looks like no Vox.
Vox.
Oh.
Vox
okay.
Version.
Yes. And here you can go into the owners. These are all multiple owners. These are not ERC 721. Yeah, that's the basic function. So you can collect all your favorite NFTs into one space from several marketplaces. And then you can go into...
You can also filter by marketplaces.
Yeah, and here you can filter the marketplaces.
Okay.
So in terms of the data here, you can also download or export your data.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we just collaborated with
Ceramic
mainnet. We joined Ceramic mainnet.
Yeah.
And
to make your data distributed, stored.
Yes. And you can export your data to Filecoin, which is decentralized storage. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that's the basic function. So far, we want to make it better and make it more and more easy to use first, and then we will add other exciting functions in the upcoming days. like we have been discovering about, you know, a lot of interesting use cases or functions, like note taking. We also interview, you know, our friends around or some investor friends, how they will like use this tool. They are pretty, you know, active NFT curators and collectors, and they say they will use this tool, and we are asking, what will, you know, after the curation, what will you do in your like Dataverse? There are multiple things that you can do.
Yeah.
I mean, curation is the first step, and and the next step is depends on you, and it's kind of you know, different people have different intentions.
Yeah, for example, some people may speculate the price of an NFT, and they may view like the data or
the volume, the trading volume, the price, response to the market,
seller, and the wallet address.
Yeah, they will care about this kind of, you know, information, the data. So because they want to make better investment strategy, so they will keep an eye on all this data. So maybe in the future we will support, we will display this kind of, you know, information directly into your Dataverse. If you just open an NFT and you can see all the things that you want to see. Trading volume, the you know, the pricing, statistics.
Yeah. And for other kinds of NFT lovers, they may want to recreate based on their favorite NFTs. For example, Jessie likes to make videos, and she
read article.
Read articles. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like to. I have an idea, a very interesting one. When I saw like people writing Twitter thread on Twitter, so I was thinking, why not we write NFT thread on Dataverse? You know, it's kind of interesting for me, because if you can write an article and you embed those NFTs in your article, because, you know, we cite others, we reference others' work in our IC or paper or writings, but all these things are media. Why we just, you know, make them NFTs and we refer them in our Dataverse? It is pretty fun. I mean, then you can write something is contextual and it's, you know, live. It's not a dead media. You just cite, you know, kind of thing.
And the original creator may get some rewards.
Yes, we want to. Oh, maybe in the future. I think now is a bit like earlier, because, you know, a lot of frictions out there. So I think in the future, hopefully, we will make like a knowledge reference network. And if you refer others' work into your own work, then all the credits will be given to every person that you reference. It's like, you know, a reference system. So that will make your work even valuable, and you will give the credit to the brilliant minds that you stand on. In Chinese, we call 站在巨人的肩膀上.
Yeah.
We should know. Yeah, we should know that. Yeah. This is very important, because we have to keep like our idea with their ideas. You know, we should kind of distinguish these two things. Only you can distinguish those things. You can make improvement. If you mix them together, you don't know which part is yours, which part is others. You cannot make progress or improvement. I mean,
yeah.
That's why I love it.
Yes. Okay. Since OpenSea has become the largest larger platform for the NFTs, and I saw a lot of many people. They will use the OpenSea as a database, right? He can search nearly all of NFTs projects in OpenSea, and other people use as she says the OpenSea is maybe it's a social platform for NFTs. So what do you think about that? What the difference between OpenSea and Dataverse? or more closely, yeah. So you want to develop the social functionality of the Dataverse, right? And what the difference between try Showtime and Dataverse? Yeah, I think this is two as a two distinguish very. Always.
Oh, I think your network is.
Or the. Yeah. Okay. Is that okay? Yeah, I just see the congestion, right? The networking. Yes, it's okay. So.
Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about the OpenSea, try Showtime, and the Dataverse.
So first, OpenSea. Even though OpenSea can contain like most of the NFT projects, but there are also other platforms that artists or projects want to publish their NFTs on. So first, Dataverse can collect all your NFTs across different platforms. That's the first thing. And then OpenSea, just because OpenSea is very big, it's kind of like a hodgepodge, which is probably all the good NFTs and shitty NFTs are all on OpenSea. So if you try to sort the good NFTs on OpenSea, it's really hard, and the UI is not really user friendly. So in Dataverse, you can sort or filter or view your friends' favorite NFTs. It's kind of adding a filter or a curation layer to the vast world, the vast worlds of NFTs, and your favorite ones. So it's kind of a filter layer. And then Try Showtime is basically a social app.
Instagram.
Yeah, it's more like Instagram, but Dataverse wants to focus more on tools for thoughts and also on-chain behavior, content registry, kind of more media focused.
Yeah, I think I quite agree on what Joss had said about Try Showtime. I think OpenSea.
Hey Jing, can you hear us?
Yes,
can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Well, from my opinion, I think OpenSea is
Keep
like
on.
What?
What did you say? We couldn't hear you clearly.
I didn't say.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. The congestion. It's the network congestion, right? Yeah. Okay.
Well, I think OpenSea and other marketplaces, they just create the place for the NFT to get list and sell. They're just marketplaces, and there are a lot of NFTs on these marketplaces. And for Try Showtime, actually OpenSea is not doing curation. I mean, their main focus or their main function is not curation. Their main function is listing those artworks. From my perspective, their main function is to list, just like Taobao. They're listing those, those shops or owners, right? But for the social app like Try Showtime, I think they are doing. I think they are also doing curation, but they are different from us. they are like from the perspective of social, like
social.
Although it's also the platform based, but their intention, their initiative is doing social. The social
the followings, the comments.
Yeah, the social thing. I mean, their intention is doing social, but for us, our intention is individual based. We want to create something useful for individual first, something with utility. You know, only you have something, like a MacBook or iPhone or this kind of tool for you to use your creativity, to enable your creativity. I mean, tool is really the starting point for us, and we want this tool to help you actually, to at least help us or help the people around us to enable your creativity, to make yourselves valuable. So that's the first step. And then we maybe consider some other functions like social, right?
Yeah.
Only if you have your own like space or your own tool, and then you can like do social networking or other things based on that. I think from like we are all the methods of curation, but it from different perspective.
Yeah. And I think for social debt, like threshold time, it's more about the public profile, like how others view your profile, others interact with you. But in Dataverse, we first and foremost we build our app, our debt based on data privacy and data ownership.
Yes.
So everyone can have their own private space, and it's all kind of connected to decentralized ID. So we, as the developer or the project owner, we cannot view your collection or your curation. So you have your total privacy. And right now, NFTs can feel like just revolve around art or collectibles. But later, when NFT is more advanced and more utilized by most people, it's gonna be like there are many other forms of NFTs. Like you can record your on-chain behaviors with an NFT, for example, like POA, Pope is doing right now.
I'm quite, I think Pop is really early, although it is really early. I'm questioning about this, I don't think they capture some I think in the future maybe it can complicated behavior, because now it's like just proof of attendance. It's quite easy action,
kind of like a ticket.
Yeah, it's quite easy action. You go to there, like I open a website or open Decentraland and go to somewhere, right? We type in the XYZ and then we collect the pop. I think it's okay, but it's quite too easy to get the badge. I mean, in future maybe there is some like complicated logic or interesting interactions or adding some game elements into it.
And then as NFTs become more and more evolved, you can collect different kind of assets in your Dataverse. So it's not just at that time. So maybe in the future, in your Dataverse, it's not just about art. It's not just about collectibles or avatars.
Yes.
It's all.
Yeah. Maybe.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Dataverse can capture more
online behavior. I mean,
online behavior. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, to my understanding, Dataverse want to be a room research in the NFT space, right?
I think it's part of that. Yes. Or is the underlying notion of Dataverse?
I mean, we got inspired by Rome research because in terms of the tool and tools for SaaS and the block-based, structure, the data structure, and how block can be referenced or this kind of stuff. But yeah, just like Josh said, I think it's part of our plan. We do not know where exactly we're going because we have so many ideas and we have to like compile these ideas into like certain certain direction with all our team teammates thoughts, not just one's idea, because we have to compel all our team members advantages or their thoughts. So because our founder is he's not a heavy user of Rome research, but he's a very a creative figure in terms of artificial intelligence, data or IoT or this kind of technical stuff. So I think we're kind of taking advantage of everyone's creativity.
Yes. In short, Dataverse is evolving, right? And Dataverse is helping people to down the rabbit hole of the NFTs, and because NFT is evolving at the same time, and I think this is we just keeping open mind for the NFT and for the Dataverse, right? And I think the last question is we let's talk about the Shanghai Metaverse Week. And so the ownerships is a very important partner of the Metaverse Week. Also, you are sponsor of the Shanghai Blockchain International Week, right? And hosted by the Wanxiang Labs. So why you very active in partnership with Shanghai Metaverse and the Blockchain Week, Wanxiang, yeah. You can.
So the question.
Can you say something about? And So I think I want to share your thoughts on that to be at the ending of this talk show, right? So why you attend the Shanghai Metaverse Week and the Shanghai Blockchain Week? Yeah.
Okay.
Why you support, right? Why you sponsor? Why you support? Why you take part in? Yeah. Anything like that.
Maybe I go first. So I think just like today, we take this opportunity to speak in finance to finance community, because we want like those Web3 like ideas or what we're currently doing or what we're currently discussing in terms of the data ownership or NFTs or all these things combined to reach more and more creative people, because we think in China there are so many like creative figures, and some of them, they are not into crypto, they are not into tokens because they have certain like bias when they see the jump or the down of prices. I mean, these are part of it. I mean, they always see the bubbles first, and then we decide, oh, maybe I don't want to jump to the bubble. But after behind the bubbles, there are so many interesting things and so many interesting like people doing interesting things like us, right? We're doing like something interesting, and I think people should like got more like understanding of metaverse of metaverse is not done by Facebook, right? It's not done by any one tech company. It's a network. It's a network not only for blockchain industry, but for all the industry. I mean, all the things should be connected. All the people should be connected into the concept of metaverse, and what we're doing is Dataverse, right? So I just want to like show the idea and show what we're doing as an example, and try to express our thinkings on that.
Have an open discussion with all the participants.
Yes, because I think Shanghai Blockchain Week, International Blockchain Week, is very good. It's like open door for the people, but I think it could be more open to the people not in the blockchain industry, but in all industries. We do not know actually the exact ways to attract the people outside of the blockchain industry, because it's even too hard in China, you know. So so when I write articles or I make videos, I make some videos, you know, previously to explain Bitcoin, to explain the valuation of Bitcoin. Those kind of narratives. I want people to know that Bitcoin, this kind of thing, it's interesting. It's not only investment instrument. It's interesting. It's something that you could get inspired, and you could get, you know, not only bubbles, but also something else.
Yeah, and I think Wanxiang Blockchain Week is more industry focused and more tech related. It's not, but Shanghai Metaverse Week is more cultural related, and it touches on like different aspects of metaverse, like from culture, from game, and from the ecosystem. Like all these kind of topics.
Infrastructure.
And I think to have more people to jump in and help build metaverse, the best way is to keep an open mind and have open discussion, and so we really appreciate the opportunity to collaborate with the NFT for metaverse.
So so what of a surprise will you bring into the Shanghai Metaverse? You can share with our audience, and it's just like the notice, the forecast, right?
Cool.
Okay. Thank you for come here and talk about a lot of your interesting, your very unique insights on the NFT in blockchain, and introduce your very interesting the new products, Dataverse. I think it's just the beginning, and I want to use a slogan to end our tonight's talk show. I say the best is yet to come. Okay. Thank you.
Cool,
thank you, Jesse.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone to take your time. And bye.
Bye.
See you next time.
See ya.